Start streaming again. Okay. There we are. Guess what? I got a package in the mail. And we'll put this this thing here. Scene 1. Okay. I'm going to open this package. Hello, hello. I don't know if this is working. Hello, hello, hello. We'll move my mouse in. Here we go. The new package. This, they stuck it right out on my front porch. They didn't even put it in the vestibule. It is, let's get rid of this box. All right. Toss that over there gently. Okay, and here it is. This is an Audio-Technica microphone. Now, how do we take the top off here? Okay, like this. This is where we try to make sure we look and see if there's something here that tells us if it's new or if it's been repackaged to look like new. This looks like it's new. Doesn't look like it's been opened before. Oh wow. Oh, a nice little, this is beautiful. I was gonna say, yeah, it feels sort of like a cross between felt and velvet and nano particles. I would assume this is the mic, or maybe this is the, let's see what we've got here. This could be the mic, but I don't think this is the mic itself. I think this is cables. I don't think it came with a windscreen. Doesn't look like it's been opened before, so let's see what we've got here. Microphone. Okay. And I did not think this was going to come with a I did not plan on that. It came with a really nice shock mount. Well, you'd think they'd come with a shock mount, but they don't always. But this one did. And that is a beautiful shock mount. I'm shocked. Now, and let's see. Now, for the beautiful mic that's got to come out. And this little case feels sweet right here. Okay, that can come out. This can come out. Lots of boxes. Oh, this is nice little case for it. Oh, wow. Look at that now. It is cold. It's been inside of a very cold place for a while. Okay, so this goes inside here like very carefully. Like, oh, that fits in there so nicely. And push it down in. And then, okay, now I'm going to get rid of this. I have a windscreen coming for it, a very special one. It's not that special, it was like $6. But, you know, it's as nowadays technology is, I don't know how they make all this stuff so inexpensive, I guess. So we're going to put this on here. We're going to take this other mic out. What in the heck is that? Some kind of padding of some sort in here. Oh, that's curled up inside there. So that was right on its last leg anyway. Let's toss that down there. Now let's plug in the new mic. Which one is the front? Okay, that's got to be the front, I think. There is a front and back. Okay, that is the front. Okay. And this goes like that. And now we screw this on here like this. Okay, this is going to be our new recording mic. Okay. And we loosen that and tighten that. Oh, that tightens and loosens very nicely. Okay. So, new Audio-Technica mic, and tomorrow the windscreen's coming. The answer is blowing in the windscreen. Yes. So, that is the new vocal mic for our projects. This is awesome. Can that close on that? Probably not a good idea. All right. That was a nice little diversion. Okay, let's finish our vocals here. I have got to get this song finished and get a video out to my fans. They're missing the videos. They want a new video. That's what they like, and that's what we're going to give them. All right, we're over here. Okay, I have to go here. And yes, the new mic, I would like to give a shout out to Angus, who helped me afford to buy that mic. Because without his help, it would not have happened. All right, so this is going to go over here. Now, I think this has got to come like that. Let's see what we got. Our dreams take. Okay, something's wrong here. All right. Our dreams take. Our dreams take. Our dreams take. Okay, I need another one of these in here. Wow. This isn't working. Our dreams take Our dreams take flight. Our dreams take. Don't really like the way that sounds, the quality of that right there, but our dreams take flight. You know. Let me get rid of that. Our dreams take flight because of you. Alright, we're almost done here. Because of you. I'm going to let that microphone cool down, get room temperature. A lone star. Can't wait to try that mic. Because of you. Because of you. Because of you. Alright, we got something here I'm not liking too much here. Because of you. Because of you. Alright, that's because take flight because of you. Alone. I only got a couple lines left. Wow. Alright. Only a couple lines left. I do think that these dub vocals, they are going to make it into the final mix. I have made dub vocals. This is like the 4th time I've made dub vocals for this song and then deleted them. But this time they're going to make it in. I think I've like used them and then I come in and I say, oh, I don't need dub vocals, and I'll delete them. And so Alone Stash. So this time they're staying in, okay? What did I do wrong here? I only cut one of them. A lone star. Okay, this is going to go up here. A lone stash. Okay, we're going to go. A lone star. A lone stash. I can't believe my thing came in on President's Day.
A lone star shine.
FedEx delivers on President's Day.
A lone star. A lone star shines at night.
Oh, we got a mess here now, too.
A lone star shines at night. Because I
have one more line. One more line left, people. All right. One more line.
A lone star shines at night.
All right, let's, after this one. All right.
A lone star shines at night. A lone star shines at night.
That works. Last line. Save this. Because of you. My eyes are getting blurry. Like Robin, I should be sleeping. I'll get to sleep soon enough. Can't believe that mic came in. It was very, very cold. It says, I'm cold. I need a new home. I'm very cold. It's cold outside. Let me in. I have to look at this other. Let's look at the curves. You see here the curves? Make the curves kind of work together. And this has got to come like that, sort of. So that the curves work together.
Because of you.
Now which one's got the long vocal? These are too long. So let's see how far we can bring them in.
Because of you.
Alright, now these have to be balanced. You see they don't look, see how they kind of drift? They have to be this pitch drift. And this one can get longer. Oops. Alright, let's see, this got to go out like that.
Because of you.
There it is. Alright, that's it. So now we're going to save this. I already did, but there it is again. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these now. So we're going to, and the way I'm going to set them, now that's going to dub vocals, so we're going to go down here to dub vocals. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another here. Yes, it did. Look. Look. Here's the new microphone. I said thank you, Angus, for the new microphone. Yes, here it is. Look at this. Look how cool this is. Let's see. The new microphone. Here it is. There is the new microphone. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's like, yes. See, here's Diana with the special fingernails to display. Bob Barker. The price is right. This is beautiful. Look at that. Look at the new microphone. It is very nice. They put it on my front porch. They didn't even bring it inside they didn't even bring it inside the doorway. They put it on my front porch. And because I went down and I looked, it wasn't there, but I looked through the glass just to make sure that and it came with a nice bag. It came with this nice, it's like velvet and felt kind of all in one with the logo on it, and it's got Velcro, and usually they have a drawstring, but I guess this, you can just use this to put it over top of the mic to keep dust from getting inside. That might be a good option. And then it came with this little box. It's a little it's kind of, it's a plastic, but it has a little snap that goes on, the little snap on the front. It snaps open, and inside the box where you can put the mic. This is very nice. And so it has this little velvet thing, and it also, which I'm surprised, I'm shocked actually, it came with this shock mount. See this mount? And it's a nice high quality shock mount. It's really nice. It goes well, and when I tighten this little screw on the side here, it tightens really well. It's like, it's very well, it feels like where my other shock mount, when I would tighten it, it would tighten, but then just another, it would be loose again. And this one feels like it's just really, like I don't have to crank it hard, but it just really tightens on there well. It tightens on well, and so I can angle it the way I need to. And so this is going to be very, very nice. I'm not talking through this mic right now, so I'm talking through another mic. It's a directional. Well, you can see the other mic here. That's off behind this one. It's this mic right here. It's called a shotgun mic, and I think it's different, but it's a different kind of mic. It's really long and focused on the end, and that came with with the Panasonic camera, the big Panasonic camera. It was part of a of a deal. And so this is going to have a protection. I'm not going to need that because I ordered it was $7. It's a shield that goes kind of around it. It connects right onto the mic and has a rubber band that goes around the back so that it's a pop filter, because this would be very, very sensitive to plosives, P's. So yes, it came, and I was, I all of a sudden it was like one o'clock or one. It was 1:30 or something. It does have a sleeping bag, and it was FedEx that dropped it off, and I can't believe they. I can't thank you for the congrats, Angus. Yes, so I cannot believe that. I'll go full screen just for a moment here. Scene 1. Let's see what happens when I go full screen. I'm kind of afraid I might scare the hell out of everybody, but I think I have the camera set so I can go full screen and show you the mic. Let me see. Okay. I may not have sound hooked up for that second scene. I never thought that I had to actually add sound stuff into that other scene. So it was a read my lips kind of moment. But I was talking about how nice the screw that holds the mic on. Yes, I know I know when I went full screen it didn't didn't have mic set up, the mic set up in that scene. I'll have to set that up. So that's good to know. Thanks for letting me know that I haven't set up the mic in my scene, in scene 2, where it goes full screen. It'll have to pass that mic over to the scene 2. So yeah, I was talking about how nice the screw that holds the clamp, the way it torques it, it's made because the mic kind of sits off kilter and just kind of hangs there, and the way it tightens, you only have to tighten it a little bit and it just clamps, so it feels like you don't have to really torque it hard for it to fasten the mic. And it was like the clamp on my old clamp, it was like a metal one, and you tightened it, and the way it bit into the metal, it didn't feel like it was clamping it, but it didn't feel like it was doing anything. It was strange. This is just the opposite. It feels like I can just tighten that and leave it forever and not have to touch it again, because that's really kind of where I'm going to want it. And the other one kept just dropping down, and then I'd have to retighten it and retighten it and retighten it. And this one just feels like I'm going to tighten it once and it's going to stay there forever. And I like that kind of thing. I don't like to have to keep adjusting this and adjusting that, fixing that, changing the angle of this, that, and everything else. So this is really nice. So I am very pleased. I have not tried out the sound yet. I have not done a sound test. So I will work on doing that later. I have a new song that I'm going to be singing anyway, so we're going to get to test out the new mic. This song is you've probably heard it before. This Because of You song is the reason why I'm redoing this song is because it's going to go in a new video. And it's going to go in the video, it's called Naked Dragon is the name of the movie. And it is a, let's see now. Yes, it's a G.A. Hauser film, and she has very graciously allowed me the use of the clips for this. So that is very nice. So I already have the film edited, and so for the video, it's already edited to this music, but I just wanted to come back, kind of step back a little bit and fix the music so that it's the best it can be for this, because once it's on YouTube, it's kind of stuck there, and I can't go and re-edit the music. So okay, so now I am down here with the I just added a new bus, and this is going to be dub. All right, so I'm going to change the dubs, and I'm going to send this out to the dub master, and then this dub master is going to go to the vocals bus. And now what I can do is we're going to put a automation.
Lonely nights don't seem so lonely. Empty days don't seem so empty. Could have cried a river of tears.
Now I want the dub vocals when it starts out. I want the dub vocals to be very quiet, because you don't, you know, they are in unison with the main vocal. Okay, and thank you for liking my video. That's very nice of you. Very nice. I think that was Angus. Thank you, Angus, for liking the video. Now, the dub vocal, I really need to have the dub vocal. The dub vocal needs to be quiet at the beginning, okay? Because you don't want your dub vocals present. You want, when the singer comes in, you want the singer to be intimate and to kind of introduce themselves. And it's like starting a song and having a choir come in. I'll say, hi, it's us. It doesn't work with a song. And I found with dub vocals that if you're going to put dub vocals, at least make the first line of the song alone, and maybe you can bring the dub vocals in on the second line or the third line of the song, but don't bring them in all at once at the beginning of the song. You have to let the singer introduce themselves first, okay? So we're going to have this low so you can barely hear them.
Lonely nights don't seem so lonely. Empty days don't seem so empty. Could have cried a river of tears, but my eyes are dry.
Now here we go.
Could have sat waiting for a phone that never rings. Could have lost sight of so many beautiful things. You've been there when I needed you most. You've let me see.
All right, now the right speaker, the right vocal.
I needed you most. You've let me see. I needed you most.
I'm going to work with the harmonies later.
Let me see. You were always close to me.
Okay, here we go.
Because of you, the sun shines every day. Because of you, chase the storms away because of you. Our dreams take flight because of you. A lone star shines at night.
Now I think I want this, now this, on this Lone Star Shines at Night, I think I want that kind of more intimate, so I'm gonna, just in this one spot, I'm gonna bring this down.
A lone star shines at night.
They're still there, but you can't really hear them, like,
Because of you.
alright, now I'm probably gonna do the same thing here, where I'm gonna bring these down now.
Sad days seem to vanish away. You turn emptiness into bliss. I never knew love like I know now. You fill my heart with the love that you allow. Because of you, the sun shines every day. Because of you, a lone star shines at night.
Okay, then everything, then we have the full, all the harmonies.
Because of you.
Alright, so that's dubbing vocals. That's how you do it. Now, since I've already set them the way I want them, if I come in and say, oh, the dubbing vocals are a little high, I have this master where I can bring it down or up a little bit, so that if I need to just creep them down a little bit, I can bring the dubbing vocals, the whole track, and not have to deal with bringing, messing with this line, because this line I've pretty much set. I've said, okay, it sounds good, for when they first start coming in, when they need to be silent in around here. Now, let's double check that.
Lonely nights don't seem so lonely. Empty days don't
See, you
seem
can't hear the
so
dubbing
empty.
vocals at all here.
Could have cried a river of
Now,
tears,
but
my
this section here,
eyes are dry. Could have sat waiting
now you can kind of,
for a phone
now you can sort of hear the dubbing vocals here.
Could have lost sight of so many beautiful things. You've been there when I needed you most. You've let me see you were always close to me. Because of you,
There.
the sun shines every day. Because of you, you chase the storms away. Because of you, our dreams take flight. Because of you, a lone star shines at night. Because of you. Sad days seem vanish away.
Let's turn the piano up a little bit.
You turn emptiness into bliss. The sun shines every day because of you. You chase the storms away because of you. Our dreams take flight because of you. A lone star shines at night because of you.
Yeah, this song, I think it's pretty much done. I do have that like hideous guitar track, which is like the worst track I've ever made in my whole life. This song, it has a really special place in my heart, and it's like of all of the songs that I've ever made, it's like the one that in my mind I think is the most special, but it's also like had the most problems in the delivery and the expression part of it. It's like my favorite song, but it's got the most, it's had the most like a veil over it all of this time. And so I have been working for about 3 days on this song. 3 days. And you figure about like people who've made whole albums in a week. Well, I don't do that. And I've been working for 3 days, but on this song, but I worked 3 days for it like about a year ago, and then I worked another 3 days on it like a year before then, and then a couple years before then, when I wrote the song, I worked like for a week on it. So every time that I've come back to this song, I've like done things to it, added things, fixed things, but then I got so overwhelmed with all of the stuff that I needed to do and then I got sidetracked and off on another project. And so this song would sit for another year. And so, but at this point, I decided that I'm going to put this song in a video. And so it was like all of these tracks had different instruments that were, the MIDI was playing different instruments. And so I had to reroute the MIDI to different sounds that had better quality to them. Like this piano here. I have 2 different pianos in here. They're both grand pianos. And like the organ here. Now here's the Hammond. It's kind of like, now this Hammond, this organ, I haven't even set up yet. I did set up now what I'm going to do is do this Neutron 3 thing. And this should give it a little bit of transparency. So we're running it through this process here. See how that just did something there? Kind of took some of that kind of boxy.
The sun shines every day because of you. You chase the storms away because of you. Our dreams take flight because of you.
See, so now that in your, you know, it's sort of on the side of your head, you know, that organ was there, but it had a boxiness to it. It kind of like, and now it has this really beautiful kind of, that's just been added to this. Now, when I look at the organ here, now I'm going to pan it to the center, and I'm going to find out if this organ has, if it has a audio effects. Okay, I have to go into here to this, where is it, iZotope. We're going to find out if it's mono ready. And that's, I have a bunch of stuff left to do here in this song. Now, you see these little red spots, you can't have them, all right? It's not as many as I thought there would be, but I have to make sure they're not there. Now that, some of these are going to have to be here, but hey, Monty! Glad you could make it back! Thank you! Thanks! So, alright, so now that just took the...
Our dreams take flight because of you. A lone star shines at night because of you.
Alright, so, Monty! So, yeah, I just got a new microphone in the mail. It's a Audio-Technica AT2040 microphone. Now the Marimba's got problems. Now the Marimba, I played with like 2 fingers on the piano. So I was like playing on the keyboard. So I played it with 2 fingers. Oh, it was so difficult. And with the Marimba, a marimba, you know, you play it with the mallets, and, you know, and you play it on that, I think it's like a bent drum, the top of a drum, and it's got these bends in it, and it's sort of like a xylophone sound, but it's a marimba, and a marimba is really hard, because you would think that those, like, the playing was just like mechanical, like that you could, but they're not. When they play it, they get more intense and faster, and then they slow down. It's not like, it doesn't divide the beat up like precisely, so you can't just align them to the beats. Oh no, it has to be, it's like a human thing. So you have to, like, literally kind of, when it gets to a part in the song where it's more intense, you go a little faster and you get a little heavier, and then you can kind of slow down and get a little bit more mellow, and then you get heavier at certain spots. And some spots you go as fast as you can. Yeah, the marimba is, so that's what this, so it was very difficult putting the marimba part down, because And so it's not that perfect. So, but I have to fix the tone of it. So we're going to... All right, so we're going to try again. All right, so now that just made that a little more transparent. Boy, I was playing as hard as I could with two fingers. Okay, I don't need two neutrons. Which one's the one that has the... Okay, this one can go. Delete. All right, now let's add the imager. Make sure we don't have any imaging problems. Okay, play. Oh, that looks fine. It can't, a little bit of red. Any place that's in red, if it goes okay, so that's fine now. We'll go back to our...
Sad days seem
Okay, very subtle,
to
but
vanish away.
very subtle. All of these things here are very subtle. Now, what is this? Okay, this is the last thing I added. Everything's... This is an organ. All right. Now, did I have set the EQ and all, but now we're gonna do Neutron. Let it add some transparency to it and some compression and all of its things. I don't always leave it the way Neutron sets it, but most of the time I do. It all depends on if it's a lead instrument or if it's something that sometimes... The only thing I've noticed Neutron gets wrong sometimes is it will add a little too much treble to something. All right. All right, now I got to go back to this stereo. Make sure that we have our imager. These are the tools I use. I use Neutron. I use iZotope's products. Okay, this is in mono. So we're going to give it a little bit of width. All right. Now it's going to be in mono anyway, but
The love that you allow, because of you, the sun shines every day because of you.
all right. And the cello, here.
You chase
Now the cellos. Now we're doing something on the right here. All right, now we're going to check we're going to put this in the center and check our imager. Make sure this isn't out of phase. Yeah, it looks like it is. A little bit. Every place this goes in red, like if this is playing in the supermarket on those, you know, speakers up on the ceiling, every place that hits red, that part of the music will disappear. So you have to make sure, this is what makes it mono compatibility, because what'll happen, it will cancel it out. Like if you drop two stones in a swimming pool, at the place in the middle where the waves hit, they hit with equal force, and there's this flat area where there's no waves because they both just canceled each other out. And see, so that's what happens. You have two speakers and they're on each side, and this tells me this is a correlation trace, and this tells me this is called the Ozone Imager. And it just tells me when it goes down below this middle line and it turns red. And also, if you know, it doesn't sound right when it sounds harsh. And a lot of people actually think that sounds good, but you can't mix it in your music. All right. Let's see what else we've got here. All right, now, okay, now I haven't even compressed these yet, so. Okay, we're going to keep playing this over this section. I did do Neutron, which we're going to have to redo Neutron. What a beautiful piano this is. Okay, now we're going to take out some of this bass in the bottom part of the piano. We just don't want that messing with our bass drum and bass guitar, so I bring those down. All right, now we're gonna go back to Neutron now that those are set. Okay, I want these in the center for now. I thought I had that. Oh, that's the, okay. All right, so we're going to do this again. We have to let this program get a good sample of it. That's why I keep playing it over and over. So see how this does, how it puts these dynamic EQ stuff? This really helps you now. Now notice how it brought this. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. I don't want it quite as trebly. So I told you sometimes it gets a little bit, it goes a little bit too on the heavy on the treble. All right, now we're going to put this back in the center, and now we're going to do our correlation trace. Make sure that we don't have I'm going to have to sample a little bit more than just that one section to make sure this is right. This looks pretty good. Let's see about this down here. A little bit. A little bit. Now.
Could have sat waiting for a phone that never rings. Could have cried a river of tears, but my eyes are dry. Could have sat.
Wow, look at that. Look at how circular that is. That is such a beautiful waveform.
Could have sat waiting for a phone that never rings.
Okay, so now that's that. Now this piano could probably use a little reverb, but I'm not going to put that all the way to the left. No, I think that's a little high.
Could have sat waiting for a phone that never rings. Could have lost sight.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Vocal Rider on this piano. Waves. V. Vocal Rider. Stereo. And that's going to give me a nice smooth piano so that it's all the same volume and not like, well, this little section's that volume and this little section is this volume. I'm going to bring this down.
Could have sat waiting for a phone that never rings. Could have lost sight of so many beautiful things. You've been there when I needed you most. You've let me see you were always close to me.
I'm going to put Vocal Rider first.
Because of you, the sun shines every day. Because of you, you turn emptiness into bliss. I never knew love like I know now. You fill my heart, the love that you allow. Because of you, the sun shines every day.
All right, so there's our piano. Okay. Now the cello is done. Now here's our bass drum.
You turn emptiness into bliss.
All right, we're going to give that this Neutron.
Love like I know now. You fill my heart, the love that you allow. Because of you.
Come on.
The sun shines every day because of you. You chase the storms away because of you.
See now how kind of flat that sounds there? And this is what Neutron did to it. It just gave it some, like, it feels like it's kind of like a much more of a it's just beautiful. I don't think I need the imager on that. I'm quite certain. Let's just look at it and see what it looks like, but I don't think the imager is going to be You got to look at things, because if it is in the red, that means every time that drum beat hits, it's going to disappear in the song if it's in the supermarket, and there won't be a drum beat, and that's not going to be good. Now, no, this isn't what we wanted. I didn't want Vocal Rider. I wanted the Imager. Let's see what this Imager looks like. Can't believe, look how much this is using of my 24. Here we go. No, see, that's fine. In fact, I could probably give it a little bit more spatiality. So it... There we go. There, that's nice. Okay.
Because of you, you chase the storms away. Because of you,
Okay.
our dreams take flight. Because of you, a lone star shines at night.
All right, now we got to do the same.
Because of you.
Now, all right. I think I have a problem here now. Yeah. What I'm going to do, this is Addictive Drums. I'm going to unfreeze this track. And then I'm going to go into the MIDI. Excuse me. And these are all the drum rolls. There's the snare, and then there's the drum rolls. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to grab all these drum rolls. I'm going to start at the first one here, which is right there. Make sure we're at the beginning. Yep. Now, I have them selected. I'm going to cut them out. And then I'm going to go and insert another instrument, which is going to be Addictive Drums. And we will pick the same Fairfax set, drums kit. And I'm going to paste them in here. Now, they have all those drum rolls have their own track. And that means that I can set the snare and the drum rolls at different volumes with different settings. And okay, these are drum rolls. Save. Now, okay. So now I'm going to turn this on, and this, and that, this, and we're going to... Okay. Now we're going to set, do the compressor. We'll turn this down a little bit. All right, and then we have to set our, I'm going to cut just a little bit of that bass out. And then we're going to give the Ozone Neutron a chance to kind of look at it. What is that? I think I might have my... Okay, save. I might have my... I don't dare to change it, so we're going to have to put up with that. Alright, so let's go back a little bit. Okay, so there's our drum rolls. Let's move these up with our drum family so they're all happy together. Where are the drums? Okay, there's the snare. Let's put it right there. Drum rolls with the snares. Now let's take and freeze this drum rolls track. This converts the track into a wave, so it's not playing MIDI anymore. Okay, we can save that. Now we can refreeze this snare. Now that the only thing that's left on the snare track is the snare itself, and it's not snare and rolls, and so then I can independently change the snare sound now without it affecting the drum rolls. So let's see it. Save. Okay. Now we're going to go into Insert Audio, into Neutron, and we're going to let Neutron take a look. Okay, YouTube is not receiving enough video. Okay, I'm getting those noises because I don't think I have my I think I have my it's here. I don't know if I can change that here. Let's go to a higher sample rate. Let's go to standard latency. Okay, I'm not sure if that will let me change this, but alright. Now that snare sounds a little bit like a little more transparent too. This might be too loud.
Don't seem so lonely. Empty days don't seem so empty. Could have cried a river of tears, but my eyes are dry. Could have sat waiting for a phone that never rings. Could have lost sight of so many beautiful things. You've been there when I needed you most.
Okay,
You've let me see. You were always close to me. Because of you.
There's a cymbal crash. Okay, the cymbals are too loud.
Sun shines every day. Because of you.
Okay, now we're going to give Neutron a chance to do the cymbals now.
Because of you. 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 Our dreams take flight.
Okay, I wonder if those cymbals are out of phase. Imager. They're not out of phase. I'll just delete the imager. I don't need it.
Because of you.
They're in phase.
Because of you.
You know, they could be a little bit wider. So I can...
Because of you.
We want them to be really wide.
Because of you. Our dreams take flight. Because of you. A lone star shines at night.
So a cymbal right there.
Because of you.
Okay, let's check and see if our piano's in phase. No, it's out of phase.
I never knew love like I know now. You fill my heart with the love that you allow.
Now this is the fun part with the bass here. The bass is so... the bass is... Look how the bass is right up the center here. Now this gives it some width. Now you keep the bottom part of the bass down the center, so the bottom is still down the center, okay? The lowest part, but up in the middle, it's nice to give it some width. This was before, let's see, before. That was before. Yeah, how boring that is. Now that's with that. All right, so these are all don't let this kind of overwhelm you, okay? Because really all I'm doing with each track is like 4 things, but even though I'm doing it in several ways, like I'm compressing here and I'm compressing several times. There's like 2 compressors here. There's this compressor, that compressor. There's a sculptor, equalizer, exciter. There's all these things here. And then there's the imager. And there's a compressor here, EQ here, and a compressor there. But really all we're doing right here is we're compressing the signal. We're equalizing the signal, cutting out a little bit of bass in the bottom, and maybe doing some dynamic stuff so that certain parts of the sound doesn't peak out too much, okay? And then we're so we're compressing and equalizing for the most part, and then we're checking the stereo image to make sure that it's not going to cancel out in mono, okay? So it's really not a lot that even though it seems like a lot of effects, but you have to do it on each channel, all right? So now we have strings here. I haven't done the strings yet. Let's save this so I don't have to go back and redo it all. Now, I haven't done anything with the strings, so the strings have to be, again, we take this track here. All right, we're going to just take a little cut out in the bottom. All right, we don't need anything kind of filtering down into there. And we're going to set our strings here. Bring it up to -4. All right, and then we're going to equalize it coming out. All right. Now we're going to bring in our Neutron 3 and let it do its transparent thing. So this is kind of easy. I just click next and let it set up all these things itself. Now listen to what it does to the sound. It stops it here and there. It changes the volume of it. I'm going to have to remix it into the... But it made it a little bit less boxy, gave it a tiny bit of... a little bit of information here on the end. In the end, these are very important. They may seem subtle. A lot of people say you shouldn't like mix it outside of the song, but my ears, when I hear this, okay, I figure how loud would I want this in my, I wouldn't want this that loud in the back of my head. But, so I say, how about there? If it's going to play through a good portion of the song, that's good. That's, you know, and so then when, all right, now we have to check this. I'm going to put this in the center. Now we're going to check it. We have to check the imager, because if this is out of phase, it will disappear in the song. Okay, so and it's a little bit out of phase. It's a little too wide, so we're going to bring it up. See, now when I bring that in and take out that, I hear something that kind of relaxes my ears and says, okay, it's not too wide anymore. It's in the range. It's like, and that now it will mix into the song properly.
Sad days seem to vanish away.
Okay, so now we've got our brass. I already set the Neutron for the brass. Okay, this has got to come back. Oh. All right. All right, we're going to put this in the middle. All right, now we're going to go to Imager. These are just colorations. This could be a little wider. Oh, maybe not. Well, just that one little peak there went. All right. Well, no. All right, let's do that again. All right. That did. All right. So now let's. Okay, now we've got harmonies. All right, it's calculating. Now, these pads are usually out of phase. Like totally out of phase. No, this one's pretty good. It's just a little bit out. Your song won't mix if you have these elements that are out of phase. It won't mix, okay? They have to be in phase. You get all of this stuff, this Ozone with Ozone 9, okay? And you can go to Splice.com and you pay $39, 29 bucks a month. And you can get it today. You can get all of this Neutron, Ozone, and this Tonal Balance. You can get all of that for 29 bucks a month, and you'll be paying for the next 2 or 3 years until it's paid off. But then you'll have these tools, okay, to do your song. You have to have them. You really have to have them, or your song isn't going to mix, okay? Now, you can find other tools that can do the same thing, but they won't be as easy to use, okay? And you can come back to this video and say, how did he do that, all right? And so you need to have Ozone 9 and Neutron 3. You have to buy them both. Neutron 3 is like $9 a month, and 29 bucks a month for Ozone 9. You buy them both. I also pay another like $6 or $7 a month for Nectar, okay? And they all come from this. You go to Splice.com and you can get all three of them from on like they'll give them to you today. And so all you have to do is sign up, and you have to pay them $29 for the first month, $9 for the other one, and about like $5 or $6 for Nectar. And it gives you 3. Ozone is huge, okay? And so you get like, so you walk away with like $600 or $700 worth of mastering software, okay, for like $30, okay? But then next month, like about maybe $40. And then next month you got to pay him again, and then next month you got to pay him again. And if you got a month where you just say, wow, I can't afford that $40, you can turn it off, and it just suspends your payments. It won't work anymore in in Cakewalk, but it just suspends your payments until you turn it back on. And when you turn it back on, you pay for the next month, and then they bill you again in a month if you keep it turned on. So, but all I pretty much use in Cakewalk, besides these sounds, which costs me an arm and a leg to get the sounds themselves, you have to have sounds. You can find your own sounds, and Splice also sells sounds, okay? And it's really cheap. It's like I think it's around $9 or something a month for, you know, and I say that's cheap, but the thing is that gives you access to hundreds of thousands of sounds that you can put in your songs, and you get 300 credits a month for $9, and that means you can buy 300 sounds, and out of those 300, you should be able to make a few songs that month, okay? So, and you get to keep the sounds forever. Once you buy them, you get to keep them. And so you end up with this massive library of sounds that you can use, drum beats, basses, and stuff like that. And you can use Cakewalk to play those sounds, or just drag them in and arrange them like this. So now that's the convolution reverb. I bet this calculating one is going to be. Now I'm thinking of putting, no, I keep thinking of doing that, and then I keep not doing it. So, all right, so I'm going to turn this off. Now we're going to do the calculating one, and the choir and bass brass. This is kind of the star of the song. All right, so we're going to check the imager. This one's going to be out of phase, I bet you. Yeah, see that? Okay, let's start it from the beginning. Okay. All right, so that is our calculating.
Because of you, you chase the storms away. Because of you, our dreams.
All right, I'm gonna run this Neutron again.
Every day, because of you, you chase the storms away.
I'd like that to be a little bit more transparent.
Our dreams take flight because of you.
See how much it brought that up?
Star shines at night because of you.
All right, so, okay. Now I have this choir and brass, and I think I'm going to be pretty much done. Now, so I'll show you Splice. Okay, this is splice.com, all right? Let's get over here. Let's bring Splice up. Okay, so you have plugins, okay? And this is where you buy them, okay? And so they have all these plugins. You can buy synths. You can buy. Look at this. These are free plugins. Pancake, all these different plugins. They make sounds. They make all of these are free. Tube amp. These all spectrum analyzer. In fact, I'll probably install that. I like there's some program apps that don't have a spectrum analyzer, and you can throw that right in the chain and be able to see what you just did to something. All right, so now this is Ozone 9 Advanced, okay, and this is one of them. It says $19 a month. I pay more than that. I pay 29 bucks. So it might be because it's that's for Ozone. That's Ozone. But you have to buy. So you have to get Ozone and Neutron, and you need them both, and that's more. So that gives you Neutron and Ozone together. So that's Ozone Advanced, but if you buy them together, it's 29 bucks, and that's what you want to do is buy them together. Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah. Ozone 9 Neutron. Okay, so you need them both, all right? You need Ozone, Neutron, and you need, what's this? There's Ozone 9 Standard. Don't go with the Standard. Go with the Ozone Advanced. And go with, and it's 29 bucks a month, and you get it today. You don't have to wait until it's paid. So you get to start using these now, all right? And Neutron, and you can shut them, you can pause them at any time, okay? It's no big deal to pause them, okay? So you want to get Ozone, you want to get Neutron Advanced, and you want to get Nectar. And where is Nectar? Nectar is here also. Synthesizers, compressors for sale. New rent to own. Oh, this chord collection looks nice. There's Nectar 3. I think that's what I have, is Nectar 3. Let me see. I better have Nectar 3. Neutron. Okay, this is in iZotope. Nectar 3 and Neutron 2 and Ozone 9. You need all three of those, and you'll get all of these. Okay? Well, you won't get you won't get Ozone 8 because you'll be getting Ozone 9, which I never use Ozone 8 because Ozone 9 is much better than Ozone 8. But you get all of these from Ozone 9 down. You get all of these except there's a couple of redundant ones. This is redundant. The vocal synth, I turned that off, but I'm going to eventually buy that also. That's made from them too. It gives you like flanges, robotic stuff, effects for your voice, okay? So, and that's really it's a really nice vocoder for your voice. So, and that's also made by iZotope. iZotope makes Ozone 9, and then you want Neutron 2, you want Neutron 3, excuse me. So you won't get Neutron 2, you'll get Neutron 3, Nectar 3, and Ozone 9, okay? And you won't get Ozone 8 or Neutron 2. So I started out owning them, and then Splice came in and said, oh, we've got Neutron 9 now that's come out, and Neutron 3 and Ozone 9. Oh, you have to have them. And if you click here, we'll just add that on to what you owe us. And the only thing I'll say about this is that iZotope has sales on their channel. On their they have sales on Ozone 9 and Neutron, and sometimes they're like half off, okay? and I could have saved myself. And buying it this way is more expensive than just buying it when it's not even on sale. So you're paying more, but you get it now. You get it today, and you only have to pay, like, to get Ozone and Neutron. You only have to pay about like $40, and you've got like $700 worth of the tools you need. Okay, and so now I use Nectar. I only use Nectar to tune my vocals. It's I usually tune them in Melodyne, but Nectar does that final, like, it does it in real time. It just kind of, as you're singing, it just pulls the tune in on your vocals, because there's everyone. Melodyne is not perfect. It's kind of like where you go in and tune each syllable, but when you try to put it all together, sometimes it doesn't always work. And so Neutron, you want to have Neutron, Nectar, and Ozone. And Neutron gives you that real time, so that that final bit of tuning that you need, because all of a sudden you'll hear this one note and it's like out. Neutron would have caught that, okay? And you go into Melodyne to try and fix it, and it looks like it's fixed and everything, and then you listen to it like a week later, and it's still kind of out. And Neutron would have fixed that. Neutron, in real time, would have just looked at it and said, "Oh, it's got to go a little bit this way." And I'll show you how Neutron's working. Because I went in and like did the vocals as best I could, and it just reminds me that I've got to put Neutron. It's Nectar, actually. I have to put Nectar on my dub vocals also, so it doesn't hurt to have them tuned in. So now here's Nectar here. I'm gonna just throw this on here, on my dub vocals, and Nectar here. And I probably should put Nectar also on my backup, my harmony vocals here. Let's see, here, harmony right. I haven't done any of the Neutron or Nectar stuff here, so I have to go in and do all that stuff here also. So I'll show you how Nectar works. Nectar is a lot like Neutron, Neutron 3. I get confused, but not really, because I kind of have them down now. But here's Nectar. Nectar is has a little bit of what Neutron has, but not that much. Now watch how this works now. Now here's my vocal coming in. Now every time it goes outside of this circle, it's pulling it back into the circle. You'll see it like wobbles out, but then pulls it back in. And so it kind of keeps them to the pitch. Watch what it's doing. It's pulling the tune in.
Lonely nights don't seem so lonely. Empty days don't seem so empty. Could have cried a river of tears, but my eyes are dry. Could have sat waiting.
So every time,
for a phone that never rings.
So it just smoothens out the little bits of pitch that Melodyne doesn't catch, okay? And you have to have this. You absolutely have to have this, because if you don't have this smoothing out those pitch, I have a couple of videos up on YouTube then, and I turned this off because I thought I'll pause it for a while, and then I didn't put it in the videos. And I had one of my subscribers go on and leave a comment and say, You know he's out of tune a couple in a few places. And that would not have happened if I'd had Nectar on. It wasn't just a few places, and it wasn't complete. And you sit right here in front of the speakers and you listen, and you can't hear it. But it's when you go in the other room and you listen and you say, "Oh my gosh, that's way out of tune." It's like you can't hear it all the time. It's only in certain times that you hear it, and Nectar will hear it and fix it. Okay, so that's the only thing I use Nectar for, because I already have the EQs and compression. They're much better in Neutron. So these don't even get. I don't even know why that's on. These don't even get turned on. Now they're on here. These also, they shouldn't even be on. It's just I just use the pitch in Nectar. That's it. And that's all I need for the pitch, because I already have my compressors and all of that in Neutron. So Neutron is the god of track compression and all. You get all these different compressors and stuff, and it does it automatically. It does this automatic. Nectar has an automatic setup too, but I don't use it. I just use the one here because it's superior in Neutron than what Nectar's for its compressors and its exciters and equalizers, and Neutron Nectar doesn't have the sculptor or any of that. So you'd use Neutron for all that, and then you just use Nectar for pitch. That's it. And it's worth it. It's worth whatever. I think I paid a lot for Nectar, but a few $100. So
Lonely nights don't seem so lonely. Empty days don't seem so empty. Could have cried a river of tears, but my eyes are dry. Could have sat waiting.
See now, now that I've done all of those Neutron, Ozone things on those Neutron things on those tracks, it's like made the song a little quieter, so my vocal sounds a little loud now.
Lonely nights don't seem so lonely. Empty days don't seem so empty. Could have cried a river of tears, but my eyes are dry. Could have sat waiting for a phone that never rings. Could have lost sight of so many beautiful things. You've been there when I needed you most.
Okay, so I think I'm going to end this here. All right, this video. I still have to put Neutron. Okay, now I still have to put let's put Nectar on insert. This is Nectar. Let's put it on the harmony tracks. And these will for mine, if you put this on medium or high and your voice is like sort of low like mine, that won't work. And you turn it on, and you always turn the strength down, or else it'll sound like that kind of like auto-tune. So you always turn the strength down, so it's just mildly does that. And if your voice is a male, like always use low, because if you use mid, it won't really kick in unless it hits to a certain height. And I find that low always seems to work. All right, so now now that that's in there, I can just copy that here, and I can copy it here, and copy it here, and do all the harmony tracks. Oops. And now it will put, okay, and now it will put all of those. I'm not sure where I just dropped that. It remembers the settings. Okay, did I just drop Nectar up here somewhere? Neutron, okay. Neutron. Okay, those are all. That's the Spanish guitar, and you can't tune some instruments. Some instruments you can put Nectar on and they'll tune, but like harmonicas and that nylon guitar, forget it. You can't tune it. It just the whole thing gets screechy. Now these will all be tuned here.
You've been there when I needed you most. You've let me see you were always close to me.
See how easy that is? All right, so that gives you an idea of your tools you need.
I never knew love like I know now. You fill my heart with the love that you allow. Because of you.
Okay, now that.
Because of you.
Okay, let's turn these off. Now that needs.
Because of you. Because of you.
See, I haven't come in and edited these now. Which one is this? All right, now these have format problems.
Because of you.
See where you're taking you.
Because of you. Because of you.
Now here's my main vocal here. Now it kind of tells me. No, these have been.
Because of you.
All right, see, so how you fix these things. So I don't have a lot left in this song to do. Now I'm going to tell you that not only do you need those ozone tools, but you also need this FabFilter, okay? And this is a couple $100. And this you have to just buy, and you want to buy it when it's on sale. And I'll take you to, let's see, the FabFilter. This is FabFilter.com. All right, it's $200. You need this L2. You can get it for $100 when it goes on sale. And this is the best brick limiter in the world, okay? And what you do is you put this on top of your song. You put this last. Nothing goes after. You know, I showed you all those paths where it goes through each track and all through all these parts and all the way down to the master. And then it goes from the master down through all of your these are called mastering. This is the mastering bus, okay? Mastering effects, okay? And the very last one in the chain is this FabFilter. And what this does is it puts a brick wall and it says nothing goes beyond this point. Nothing. And so, oh, now I've got a problem. I think I'm going to have to restart my my modem. Something's up. I think it shut off on me and left some garbage in the modem. I hope it's not spinning around and spinning around. But this is the last step in the whole process. And watch what happens when I play this song here. See this up top here, how it's... See, it doesn't let anything beyond. And it does it like, with, right now I don't have oversampling on, but when I put that at 32, it's like, that's like 1,000 horses that are all holding, that are standing there blocking that. And, you know, it doesn't let, but it doesn't distort or destroy those things. The horse, because there are so many horses, they remake the top of those peaks so that they're musical and so that they have fidelity to them, okay? And because you can't just chop off stuff like that. You have to actually treat it with a certain kind of solve, you know, like a, you know, to mend it, okay? It's like cutting a piece off a cactus. You have to put a little dirt on that spot so it doesn't bleed to death. And that's what these things are. This program helps to cut those places so that because if they went past that, it would distort on your phone, in your speakers. It would cause this distortion. It can't go beyond that part, okay? So, and that's what this FabFilter does. It's the Pro-L 2, and that's the only other thing besides, you know, having to buy sounds and stuff and instruments and things like that. But when it comes to effects, you have to have this FabFilter, okay? And you put this last, and this is, you drag this, and you see, like, the sun shines every day because of you. See how nice it, like, I could actually bring this up. You chase the storms away because of you. Our dreams take flight because of you. But I keep it about like that, like about like this. Because of you. So that it just barely, especially watch here, see that snare? Here that's the bass drum. You want that bass drum to just to be, that's what you watch for. That's the top of your music. That's the tippy top, is that bass pulse right there. See, and this, and it's supposed to just, that bass drum is supposed to come up and hit this, and then everything else builds around that, okay? This graph is huge. It's so helpful, and all of these different, and it gives you all of these different ways of looking. These meters, they all measure a different part of it. Some of it is like the relative loudness, and some of it is, I'm not sure exactly, and some of this LUF thing, and all these. But what you do is you watch these meters, and you watch this, and you set this so that they can go and get red a little bit, but no, you don't want it to get too red. And then there's this 14 here, and if you watch here, you want this one here that goes, this one that's going down. See how it goes down and then it goes up? Well, you want it to be averaged in the middle, so it goes up about the same amount that it goes down, okay? And it's got to be in around here. And see, and here's another meter here. It's, so this 14 is where it's got a kind of, you'll see it go down to about the same amount. Okay, so my internet is freaking out. Okay, so I think that's going to do it. So yeah, you want the Fab filter, and then all of these. Now I bought this True Iron. I also use True Iron. You don't absolutely have to have it. And actually, this console does what a lot of what True Iron does. It just makes it sound like it's running through old analog equipment, and it gives it a kind of but True Iron is another. I'm not sure. I think I paid a lot for that, like $100 or something. True Iron plugin. How much is it? Add to cart. $39. Okay, so it's $40. I think, yeah, I think I paid for the full version. They just came out with an upgrade. I mean an update, and it was free. It came with my version of True Iron. It was not a totally new new version. It's the same version, but just I don't think I'll buy a new version if it does come out. Because I like all the features it has. I don't think I want to add any more features to this mixing kind of thing. But what it does is it just adds harmonics and I use True Iron on my voice. I use it. It just gives it a tiny little bit of boost of presence, and I use it on the whole mix of the song. And I only use a little bit of strength. And I use each one of these is a different old analog piece of equipment, and it just adds kind of a little bit of analog warmth. So it's not your music isn't sounding so digitized, and so I usually like this one here, and but I don't use the same one. Like I'll use this one for my voice, and then I'll use this one for the overall. I won't use the same ones, so so that that's how I use this. I use it on every song, just to give certain things a little bit. I use it only, as you can see, on my voice, and let's see, my voice is down here. There's a lot of tracks in the song. See, I use it on my voice, and I used it also on the nylon guitar to give that a little bit of presence, and I may have overdone that. I'm going to drop that down a little bit. That nylon, and I'm going to drop this to a different one than what I'm using for mastering. So, yeah, and then I used it on the overall mix. And those are the only, unless I have a guitar or I'm using some kind of guitar effect, those are the only effects that I use. I use Neutron and Ozone and Nectar and True Iron and FabFilter. Those, I use them on every song. And between those effects and what comes stock with Cakewalk, that's all I use for filters. Now, if I had an electric guitar in this song, I do use effects, and I also for reverb. Now down here, I use Breverb. I use now there's a few other effects but Breverb is another effect that I use. Let's see. This is an amazing reverb. It always by Out Loud, I think, makes it, or Overloud, yeah. Breverb 2, I use Breverb 2, and let's see, this is the best reverb. Now, let's see, Breverb 2 by now, it's $100, it's Breverb 2, upgrade from Breverb 2. from Breverb 1. I have Breverb 2. And it's so to just buy it, it's $149. It's worth it. This is algorithmic reverb, okay? And it's the cleanest. And there were a lot of other. I've tried them all. I've tried almost every reverb there is out there. This is the best right here. Breverb. Now, they also sell another reverb that I use, which is called, this is amazing. This is for guitars. You have to have this for guitars. It's expensive, but I have this also. You have to have this, okay? It's almost like $300. But this is, oh my gosh, it's like every guitar pedal in the world, and so you can make a guitar sound like anything. Now, so there's Breverb and this, and so these are like for effects, not for necessarily mastering or compressing and stuff. And then there is another massive one here. It is called, where are you? You're hiding. Rig libraries. Okay, these are libraries. Let's see. Products. It's got to be here. Featured. Where are the rest? Okay. Okay, I think it might be in here. No, this isn't it. Okay, here it is, REmatrix. And this is convolution reverb. Where is it? Well, I clicked on it, and it took me here. Learn more. Now, something's up with REmatrix. You may not be able to buy it anymore, or they maybe if they're selling it to some other company. I don't know. They're not showing it here. Reverb libraries. I think REmatrix itself is free. Yeah. And then what you have to do is you have to buy all of these, which I own, I think, every one of them, almost every one of these. REmatrix factory library. Yeah, REmatrix itself is free. And it comes with a few. Convolution reverbs are reverbs that are like where they'll send a sound across like a football stadium, and that sound will bounce off the other end, and they'll measure that impulse. And if you put that impulse into your voice, you're going to sound like you're at a football stadium singing the national anthem or something. It's so the other reverb, which is the Breverb, that's algorithmic reverb, which means that it's they use basic waveforms to long waves and short waves, but this is actual measurements of real spaces, okay? Like the Notre Dame Cathedral, and they'll go inside and they'll ping pong a sound off of the walls, and they'll measure that, and they'll use that actual little impulse sound to create reverb. And so I have both of these, okay? I have Breverb, which is here, and it comes with a whole bunch of waves, sounds. I don't think I've bought all of the waves, because I only pretty much use the hall and sometimes the room plate. But then I also have Overloud REmatrix. And this one I bought all of the little convolution impulses from every kind of space in the world. They went in and measured the spaces, and this kind of reverb is when you get really into professional stuff, reverb. And each one of these, like, comes with a whole bunch of different waves that have been recorded from delay, drive cluster, dirty room, snare booster. They all big venues, okay, wide piece, Sun Hall. This is some place in the world. These are all real cathedrals, huge mixed, okay, magma. These are ultra large places. Yeah, and each one of these I had are a different pack that I had to purchase. And and I don't use, to tell you the truth, I don't use a lot of them. I use these J-verbs a lot. I use them mostly for my voice. This J-verb vocals, and I'll go in and try a few of these. When I bought all this, I thought it was like I absolutely have to have them. I'll use them every day, and but it's nice to have them because if every once in a while you'll have some kind of something, a voice or something, and nothing is working, and it's good to be able to go through. And what's nice about this REmatrix, if you're really smart about it, you don't need to have Breverb, because this also has like Breverb built into it. So it has, this is where you can use the impulse wave that's been recorded from these rooms, and then you can add it all. This also has built-in algorithmic waves also. So you can say, okay, I want this much of the convolution impulse, and I want this much of the algorithmic, and you can then add other impulses, and you can set them each one to have a certain different amount. So this is an amazing REmatrix is by far the best reverb library in the world. Okay, it really, to me, it is. Okay, it's by far the very best library in the world. But if I just want a long haul, or like a hall or something on my, like these are my harmonies, I'll just go with Breverb and just select the hall and then say how wet I want it. And it seems to work most of the time. And a large hall with, and it just gives you that traditional reverb sound that you're kind of like walking in a bathroom or something and going, and having that sound you hear in a bathroom. It's like it gives you that kind of reverb, or like in a cathedral where you walk in and you go, and you go, holler up into the ceiling, and you hear that kind of sound. That's what this basic, well, let's see here. I don't know why Breverb has been giving me trouble moving the. See, this is the. The sun shines every day because of you. You can hear that little bit of that echo in the background. Those harmonies are horrible. I got to go through and edit them. All right, so. So I haven't edited the vocals yet. So and the pitch, I did go in and put Melodyne on them, and do the auto edit, which sometimes throws it off more than it puts it in. So I have to go in and fix those. I have to spend an hour or two on the harmonies, getting them absolutely right. So, okay, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to go in and cook some dinner, maybe some couscous, and you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. What's left of your day. Please leave a like on the video, and I will see you in the next live session with this music. I'm going to hopefully have this song. It may get finished tonight. If it gets finished tonight, I think I'm going to sleep on it so that tomorrow I can listen to it with fresh ears, because I don't want to screw this. After all of this work, I really want this mix to come together and just kind of snap into place. And it's starting to do that. Fixing those vocals. Yes, thank you, Angus. Thank you. Yes, that's going to be yummy. I have some couscous, and I think I'm going to fry an onion with it and throw in some sausages that I fried up last night, and maybe a glass of orange juice. So you have it good too, Angus and Monty. And if Robin's around, big hugs, Robin. Best to you. And I hope you had a good sleep. And anybody else who's been here, thank you for watching, and thanks for hanging out with me for a little while here and learning all about this stuff. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff to learn, but as you can see, now you know a bunch about this. Now you know a lot about this. And if you think back on what you've seen in this tutorial tonight, you now know a lot about how this is done, because there's not much more else. You know, it's like, yes, there are little subtle things, setting up that reverb unit, that REmatrix reverb unit. That's a hair pulling thing, trying to figure out how to use that. And you know, and then going in, you know, to these Neutron, like this Neutron here, when I open this up, these equalizers, sometimes I have to come in and edit these by hand, you know, and come in and change the threshold and mess with these things. But a lot of times I just kind of click on it, let it set itself, and then I listen to it and say, is that okay or not? And so there's one more thing. This comes with this particular thing. I'm going to turn off the solo here. Now this is called Tonal Balance, and this comes with Ozone 9, okay? Now look at the song here. Now they're supposed to be in the middle, all right? Now, when you go and put Neutron on every track like that and let Neutron kind of decide how things are supposed to sound, Neutron has this in mind. It's trying to balance these things. And what these are, these little lines, this is an average of like maybe 1,000 pop songs. And what they did was they took all the songs that became hits, and they said that those songs all came in this range. The low part of the song was in between here. The middle part of the song, the mids of the song, this is an equalizer.
the mid part of the song was in between these two lines. It's kind of a little narrow, more narrow, and the highs parts was here, and then the really high part, which I can't even hear this anymore. I can't even hear that part. So, but the computer can hear it, and it can tell if it's in the right place. And that's why you put this Neutron on all these tracks, because it helps to set these parts you can't hear, okay? But younger people can hear that. They can definitely hear something there, okay? But I can't hear. When I solo that part, I can't hear anything. So, but when you hear this play, see, now they're all within the right area. It's saying that the bass is a little bit high, but it could pass that way. But I can go in now and just, but look, they're all hovering. Now this high part is really high, so, and it's really hard to figure out which part of the song is pushing that up, all right? But that you can go into this part and you can look at these different areas, okay, of the tracks and see what they do. So this is part of the mastering phase, okay? And this comes with Ozone 9. And see, now it's looking like it's in the right place. This is a little high, so, but as long as they stay in this green part, for the most part, as long as they stay within that range, and they kind of hover towards the middle here and there, you got it. You got it in the ballpark, okay? That's what this is about. It's like, don't rely on your ears, because you'll never get it, all right? You have to rely on the computer and let the computer tell you what's right, okay? Because if you and then you can use your ears and say, okay, did the computer get it right or not? I don't know. But then you can use your ears, and then you, after you get them into these areas, then you can use your ears and say, I don't know, maybe they didn't, maybe it could be a little bassier or whatever. And there are other kinds of music. There's country, and see how that changes a little bit. There's hip hop, there's modern, and see, so they've taken all these songs that have heavy bass, and I'm using the pop one because I'm going to figure it's going to play on a pop radio. And so it kind of, the bass is a little bit low because a lot of people play it on little car speakers and stuff, and they play it on little teeny radios, and and on like a little teeny, like, transistor radio that they have by the kitchen sink or whatever. I want it to be able to play on in those kind of situations, or on those little speakers on the ceiling of the supermarket. All right, so that's why I use this pop, because it's going to give me that range. So this is something that comes with Ozone 9. So if you go there to Splice.com, or you go to iZotope, and you can go to iZotope.com, and you can purchase them just outright and buy them. And if you can afford to, I would buy them from iZotope, because then you don't have a company in the middle between your purchase and the people that actually own the program. And I'm hoping that Splice stays around, and someday I don't go on there and find out they went out of business, and I no longer own these products because I bought them through them. I don't think that would happen. I really believe that iZotope would honor this, because I bought it through Splice, but Splice paid iZotope for them. So technically, I am a I am registered through iZotope as an owner of this of Ozone 9, and I paid more for the price through Splice because it was in a subscription base than I did if I had just bought it from Ozone. So Ozone probably, I'm sure that iZotope made more money. Splice passed off more money to Ozone for the ability for them to sell their products there through subscription base. Because Ozone itself won't sell it to you as in a subscription. But I was able to get this program, like, because it would have taken me, a few years to be able to afford to buy this program. So, and I'm still paying it off. I still have about 6 or 7 more months left, and I have all of this Ozone and Nectar and Neutron and all these paid off. So, and which is about 40 bucks a month. And so I still owe a few $100s on it, on the whole thing. So, but these, as you can see, these programs are vital for getting this right, and getting the mastering done right, and getting the mix right, and all. And they have the Neutron is for your tracks, and Ozone is for your mastering. And so you put Neutron on the tracks, and they can talk to each other. I can access the Neutron tracks through this overall interface, and there's more to it than meets the eye. Okay, it shows you this graph too. It's got to stay inside of this. So it's and then there's another thing, and I can't remember where it is, but it shows you the balance of your instruments, and I can't remember where that is. I've been thinking about it a lot, and there's another section of this. It's not in tonal balance. Where is it? I think it might actually be in Ozone 9. These are all the different modules that come with Ozone 9. What is this?
Because of you, the sun shines every day. Because of
Oh, this is a way to
you chase the storms away. Because of you,
it's a way where if I can select on these, I can
our dreams take flight. Because of you,
where I can erase these up. But if I take this out, I think it'll go away. I don't think I'm gonna use that right now in this, because I have things pretty well balanced. So there's another area that shows you everything in a three-dimensional, like your organs over here. It shows you all your instruments, and you can kind of drag them around. And I've forgotten how to get to that place. It's been a while since I been there. So, but yeah, this is all, it's very helpful. And as you can see now, this is the waveform for the final song. And this FabFilter here, which was chopping the tops off, you can see it's done a really nice job. It's fitting well within this whole envelope here, okay, and this is the waveform, the final waveform, what it's going to be like. And you can see it's a nice mix of sound and silence. There's little bits of sound and silence sort of in between, and then it comes up, it'll be a nice song, I think. It has a pretty waveform. So, all right, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for the likes. Thank you very, very, very much. And I will be back again soon with more tutorials. And oh, I didn't realize my head was being cut off. I guess I lowered the camera to show the stuff off here and chopped off my head. Okay, so yes, thanks again for watching, and it's still chopped off. Okay, and I will be back with more tutorials again soon. More Cakewalk, more songs. And I have a new microphone to test out. And so my next song will be with this brand new microphone with a brand new diaphragm inside and coil. And I'm not sure exactly what the terminology is inside, but this microphone is going to record me very nicely. So I am going to be able to see how that works. And I would like to thank Angus for helping me to purchase this microphone, because he has been a big, big help to this Flock of Angels channel. I would say he's the biggest angel of them all. And so thank you, Angus, for helping me. You made my day. I'm so excited about this microphone. It is just, oh my gosh. It's so exciting. So thank you again, and I will see you all in the next video of music. So take care and have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. And again, thanks for hanging in and watching. And I will be back again soon. This is RexRed saying, see you later, and stay safe and keep away from the virus. Wear your mask and stay safe. It's only a little bit of time left, and everybody will be vaccinated, and it will be safe again to venture out into the world, out of our little bubbles. So I love you all. Take care. And this is RexRed saying bye-bye for